I'm gonna do with my tofu ricotta today is make a mini lasagna. I don't want a whole one all to myself this week, and I didn't buy enough tomato sauce. I like 2 jars of tomato sauce and double ricotta if I'm doing a full lasagna tray. So best hack in the world, if you've never tried or seen this, no boil lasagna. You don't have to cook those noodles ahead. I kind of think this is better than those squiggly edged lasagna noodles that you have to cook ahead. In fact, a lot of lasagna has egg in it, so you just want to check the label if you don't eat eggs like me. It says preheat the oven to 350, 400, so I've got it at 375, happy medium. The other fantastic thing about these noodles is that they're still hard and stiff and uncooked, so it's really easy to spread your tofu ricotta and layer your lasagna. Instead of a 9x13, I'm just using an 8x8 dish here. And for my tomato sauce mixture, I'm using my favorite Trader Joe's tomato sauce. This one is pricey for Trader Joe's. I think it's $3.69. It's got a little zing, not too bad, but it is delicious. It doesn't have any sugar. You can easily make this all completely oil-free if you have an oil-free tomato sauce dressing and you don't have to add any oil to your tofu ricotta. Mine does have oil in it. And what I did, because I love a veggie lasagna, but I also love a veggie meat lasagna. So I sauteed up onion, garlic, pepper, some broccoli, and then some veggie burger, like frozen patties. I just microwaved and crumbled up and sauteed that all together, like so. And I'm just gonna pour my tomato sauce in there. So if you've ever made lasagna before, you know your tomato sauce mixture, whatever you can just do straight up tomato sauce. You could add some vegan sausage. I've even had veggie lasagnas that had like corn and peas. You could buy those frozen. That'd be real simple, real inexpensive. Give that a nice layer. As long as you've got enough sauce, these will cook really nicely. I guess I'm just gonna do 2 in this square pan. Then next comes, oh, you know what I should have done? I should have spread this on the noodle first before I laid it down. Would have made it easier. I forgot my own hack. I think this will be 3 layers. So about 1/3 of your ricotta down. It does not have to be perfect. It'll all work out in the end, I promise. And then this is where a lot of people will sprinkle Parmesan or mozzarella. And I actually had some Dia mozzarella shreds. So I'm gonna do a little boop. And then what I love as a Parmesan is some nutritional yeast with walnuts that I just pulse together in the Cuisinart. You could chop them together and it gives it like salty, crunchy, plant-based richness, deliciousness. I made a lot of this. And if you sprinkle this on the top layer, it gets nice and brown and yummy. And then you just add sauce and continue on. I have a tendency of making like a really chunky sauce and then my lasagna gets very sky high, but you know what? That's a good problem to have, I say. So I'm just gonna keep layering this up. This is what I meant by spreading my tofu ricotta on the noodle before I layer down. So much easier. Of course, I forgot to do it again with this one. I'm not gonna save any mozzarella shreds for the top because this Dia cheese melts much better if it's sandwiched in between something like a grilled cheese or quesadilla versus sprinkled on top of like a pizza. A little pro tip there. Dia is not my favorite. It tends to be one of the cheaper ones and it goes on sale a lot, so I get it because I don't hate it. But Parmela Creamy is probably the best one I've ever tried. Don't see it in many places. Miyoko's, Violife, and there's new stuff coming out every day. Even this baby lasagna, I would probably have poured an extra jar of sauce over the whole thing if I had it. I like it extra saucy and those noodles do absorb a lot. So on that final layer, you just put the rest of your sauce, and then if you're topping with any sort of cheese, and then I'm gonna bake. Sometimes they say to cover it and bake it for a half hour and then take off the cover and do 15 more minutes. And then with lasagna, definitely let it rest for 15 or 20 minutes before serving. Really makes it all come together, and then I think it's fantastic leftover. into the oven. You can see the tofu ricotta peeking out there. Yeah. The noodles definitely got cooked, and I really taste that roasted garlic in the tofu ricotta, so I highly recommend that. Wow, what a fantastic flavor. I'm so excited for you to try this, and let me know how it goes when you do. And if you like what you saw, please hit like, subscribe, and I will be back soon.
I just stood here and inhaled the whole thing in like 90 seconds.
Not even.